Oh, boys. Oh, boys. Oh, this ain't good.
Good morning, I'm Tommy Merricks. I'm the Chief of Police in Alta Vista, and today I have with me Conservation Police Officer Cory Harbour with the Department of Wildlife Resources in Virginia. Cory is stationed in Campbell County, and I asked him to join us today to talk a little bit about the bear sightings that we have seen several times this week in the Ogden Road area. Cory, can you give us a little information about why we're seeing these bears?
Yeah, Chief, I'd love to. One of the things about the black bear here in Virginia is it's one of our greatest success stories when it comes to conservation or conservation standpoint. The population has just really grown, and we're seeing them a lot more than we ever have. So pretty much if you live anywhere in the Commonwealth of Virginia, whether it be in a neighborhood that's some more of an urban area or rural, you're going to start seeing them a lot more now than we ever have. A lot of the reasons for that is that they're looking for food, they're looking for something to basically eat at that point, and they're going to become around people. So it's important to be aware of that. It's important to be aware of the things we can do to try to keep bears wild. It's important to make sure we don't have food sources laying out that's attracting them.
So I guess my question is, what can we as citizens of the town do to make sure that we don't have that many bears in the town area?
One of the best things you can do, and I'm going to give some real specific resources, but everybody needs to be on the same page. What that means is all the neighbors need to work together, because if you have 2 or 3 neighbors doing what they should do, keeping their trash up, keeping their grills clean, keeping bird feeders taking bird feeders in at night, something like that, but a neighbor next door might not be doing that, and at that point there might as well be no one doing it. A couple things to keep in mind is let's keep our trash put away. Let's bring our trash in at night if we have cans outside. Let's bring bird feeders in. I'm not saying you can't have bird feeders, you can't have trash outside, but let's be aware of when we need to bring those inside. A lot of pet food is actually a real large attractant for bears, whether that be cat food or dog food, a dirty grill, anything that you can pretty much think that's left accessible for a bear to eat. It's going to find it at some point. And the problem really occurs when they realize there's a source there, a food source there, and they're going to keep coming back. So let's try to be aware of it, be proactive, and try to keep those things secure. And again, the number one thing is let's work as a community.
Just to make sure everybody's on the same page. Just because you see a bear in a residential area is really not a cause for concern.
It is not a cause for concern. There's no reported, bear attack in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And some things to be aware of is if you see a bear, they're typically going to be a lot more scared of you than you are of them. And if you see that bear before it sees you, it doesn't know you're there yet. Because if it did, it would have already ran. It would have already gone back to where it was. So if you do come to an encounter where you see a bear, you come across a bear, you come around the corner of your house and there's one digging through the trash, the best thing to do at that point is keep eyes on target, keep eyes on the bear, to back away, get to a secure location, and at that point it doesn't mind, as long as you're not between that bear and where it might want to go. Holler at it, yell at it, make some noise of some nature, and pretty guarantee that it's going to run off. And then try to secure those things that it was after or that it was in. I didn't mention this, but if there's some folks that have beehives or you guys in the area, that's something else that they're going to be aware of. And some specific things like that, you can always reach out to our agency, speak with a specialist who would be one of our biologists, and they can give you some proactive measures, some electric fences, some electrified door mats, things of that nature to try to, you know, keep those bears out of those beehives and stuff of that nature.
Well, Officer Harbour, we appreciate you joining us today. And folks, if you have any questions, feel free to give your police department a call. We would be probably the first response, but I'm sure that we have access to get in touch with Officer Harbour if need be. And we had a situation this week where one of the officers was able to scare a bear away with his air horn on his police car. So if you have any questions, concerns, give us a call, and remember to do those things to make your residence not as attractive for bears. We hope you have a good week.